This is the Gaming Buzz Podcast, where ranting about video games somehow equals content.
Hello and welcome to Gaming Buzz. I'm Jacob, he's Christian, he's Jason.
Sup?
Hello.
Well, they're just real short intro there, huh?
You introduced us already.
Yeah. So we're talking about video games, go figure. Kind of mind-bending. Last week we got pretty political. This week we're not doing that. Right, guys?
Right.
So sometimes we plan out our discussions. Sometimes they just kind of happen. And Jason was coming in today to record, and Christian and I were sitting down, and we were just chatting about video games. And we ended up kind of stumbling on today's discussion on accident because there's just natural conversation. We're just like, hey, what do you think about this? And we're talking, and then we're like, that would be a good episode. So that's what we're doing. We're talking specifically today about video games that are relatively recent releases that one day now, possibly, or someday in the future, will be rare and or expensive. This is we're all big video game collectors, right?
Yeah.
This guessing of the industry and guessing what games we got to get right now, guys, is something that we're all quite familiar with doing, right?
Yep.
And it's something we talk about quite a bit, just as video game collectors. And the more you do this, the more you understand how it works and the easier it is to predict this kind of stuff, right?
Left.
Okay, thank you, Christian. So we're going to go over some of those games that we just want to say, hey, keep an eye out for this one. Maybe it'll be expensive. Maybe it will be rare. Maybe it already is. Keep an eye out for it at your local game stores, thrift shops, garage sales, whatever. And pick them up if you got a chance. We're not guaranteeing these things don't, end up being super expensive and you need to invest in them right now. Buy. Don't use us for financial advice. We're just a couple of idiots on the internet.
Well, yeah, a couple and a smart one.
You guys get to decide who that is. It's Christian.
I am the smart one. You don't know it, but I am.
So who wants to make some recommendations?
I should not go first. Hey, Jason.
You should not go first. Looks like I'm the smart one. Starting probably in the PS4. Other than maybe Yakuza 0 and a lot of their collector's editions, a good portion of what's probably going to get up there is going to be the limited run games. Because there is such a short supply, anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 of each of them.
Yes, but not only that, they're numbered. This is game number 1 in the series, and this is game number 30. That kind of thing incentivizes people to collect them all, which is already on something that's really ridiculously hard to find, making it even more expensive and rare for all of them. But what are they? What are these limited print run games?
Website called Limited Run Games. Take a lot of the download games and actually print them on physical discs, give them fancy artwork and booklet and everything, and get your physical copy of it.
So these are typically like indie games.
Right.
So yeah, definitely really interesting. And if you can get your hands on one of these, do so.
There's 2 or 3 of the Shantae games were there.
Mm-hmm.
Breach and Clear.
I believe Hotline Miami on the Vita was one. I might be wrong on that.
Thomas Was Alone.
Yes. There are a ton of them, actually.
I think there's at least, I think they're approaching 50 plus right now.
Mm-hmm. And some of them are on the PS4 and some of them are on the Vita. And let's just put it out there right now. 90% of Vita games. Everything that's not a Madden or a really bad game like Little Deviants or Touch My Katamari, all of that, big money.
Well, Katamari will get up there just because of its name alone.
It could be, but I mean, the entire series, none of them are really expensive.
Yeah, I think we already covered the fact that the Vita is an RPG machine, and that's mainly why it will be.
That's probably why I don't play that much. Because RPGs.
So that's really all you got for PS4 stuff?
Yeah, there ain't a whole lot there.
So
Xbox has even less.
yeah, we talked about this. Typically, Xbox systems just aren't that great for the big money games. The original Xbox has a short list. You can probably count the list of big ones on both
I was
hands.
gonna say I think we came up with the list of big ones on both hands for the original Xbox and the 360.
Mm-hmm. It was it's not easy, and even some of those are only like $30-$40. They're not that great for collecting, but the Xbox One could be different. It isn't selling nearly as well as the PS4, so a lot of your special editions and whatnot could get up there, but I don't really see it happening.
No.
Why is it that Xbox always gets the worst? Well, not all the time. Like
That's
most of the time, there's nothing there to collect. Everything's like a quarter compared to like PS4s. Like
they're harder to develop for.
There's
Makes
that.
the games more pushed towards a Sony platform.
All right.
So
But still, like, what's the point of collecting for Xbone?
there isn't that much, I don't think, unless you're a really hardcore Xbox fan. The thing that has been just in my mind constantly the past couple weeks has been the Wii U. The bells are going off. It is time to buy. Because the Wii U is dead now, right? And their stores left and right are putting games on clearance. I actually, just a few days ago, I just found one of our local retailers had copies of Wind Waker HD for $1.99.
What?
$1.99. They were sold out, so I couldn't get any, which made me a sad gamer.
Like I told you before, it's probably one person just took them all.
Now's the time to buy. And that being said, not only is it a system that's dead now, so it's going on clearance. It happens with every system. You can get clearance games for PS3 and Xbox 360 right now too. But also it's the Wii U, a system that sold right around the same number as the Dreamcast console-wise, and the games probably sold even worse than the Dreamcast. So there aren't very many out there.
Somehow it was still a better system than Dreamcast.
Oh,
Jason, I'm going to beat you up after we're done with this. You're not going to escape my wrath for insulting the Dreamcast. But the Wii U, out of anything out there right now, has that potential for anything on the system to get really expensive. Not everything will, but there are titles. And I've basically made like a top 5 list.
all right.
This was the thing that inspired this episode when Christian and I were talking about this. Okay? So number 1, definitely the most lucrative thing on the system right now, and I'm not joking, is a game called Hello Kitty Carts.
Hello Kitty, huh?
Jason, have you heard of it?
I've heard of it.
So the story is it was only sold by Sanrio stores, and it's interesting because the European version of the game is not really worth anything, but the North American version is worth a ton. It's already really, really expensive. You can, if you look around, you can probably find a copy for like $100.
Now, tell us why. Tell the viewers, why is this game expensive?
Anytime a game is only available in some places, they tend to get expensive. A great example would be Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire Box, which is a game released for the GameCube, which you could only buy at the Pokemon Center in New York. That game is now definitively one of, if not the most expensive / rare games on the GameCube.
Second most expensive.
It's going to be that or Cubivore. Or
Metroid Wind Waker combination. Is
that too. Yeah, but for just a standalone game, it's the most expensive.
Right.
It's that, then Cubivore, then Gotcha Force. But yeah, really expensive. And this is that. But it's also a big thing for collectors of Hello Kitty.
There's a thing for that.
Yeah, it's huge, dude. So Hello Kitty collectors want it, and gamers want it because, it's the Wii U. So there are two groups fighting for a game that's already in very low print supply. They can only get in very, very exclusive locations. the game's expensive already, and it's only going to keep going up
Which means Jacob's going to own a copy sometime soon.
sometime.
Be a proud owner of a Hello Kitty game.
Number 2, I kind of debated which game this would end up being, but I did decide it would be Bayonetta 1+2. So the first print of Bayonetta 2 also came with Bayonetta 1, and we're already seeing that version go up in price. There was a reprint of the game, but it does not include Bayonetta 1. And you want the Bayonetta 1. And it's not just because, like, oh, it's Bayonetta 1 and it's a good game, but it's the definitive version of Bayonetta 1. It doesn't have the frame rate issues of the 360 or the PS3 versions, and you get exclusive content that you don't get in the PC version that actually just came out.
I was about to say, but isn't the PC version the superior version?
But you
Because
don't
a
get those
PC
sick
master
Nintendo
race.
costumes that actually have cool abilities and stuff.
Well, you can just mod that into the PC version. Therefore,
Are you going to write the program for it?
no.
Okay.
Someone else will. I know.
So the other ones, this is kind of a unique one. Wii Sports Club. Purely because it's got the appeal of Wii Sports, but it's Wii Sports on crack with a whole bunch of extra content. And it's kind of surprising because this was meant to be a digital-only release, but it did receive a small print run physical release. I do remember seeing this just a couple months ago at my local Toys R Us and didn't pick it up. And I don't know actually offhand if it's expensive yet, but most Wii U collectors are agreeing it's one of the rarest titles on the system.
But it's a sports game.
I know.
The only good Wii U sports game. Is it the only good Wii U sports game? Or the only Wii U sports game? Because I don't know.
It was like Madden 13's on it because woohoo.
So it's basically the only one and the only good one.
So then the other two I have are Breath of the Wild, purely because it's being outsold like crazy by the Switch version, and we have an example of this happening before with Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess on the Wii is like $10. Twilight Princess on the GameCube is $50 plus. And did I mention there's also a special edition?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So good luck with that. That is one title. I don't think people see the value in the Wii U version right now. It doesn't have the greatest frame rate and graphics compared to the Switch version.
Like there's barely any difference.
There's not much, but there is a little bit, and it's on the Wii U. So, but I think that's what's going to help the game grow in popularity as time goes on. And then the other one, and this one. Actually, Christian brought it to my attention, which is funny because I originally brought this game to his attention when it came out and made sure he bought a copy. Why don't you tell us?
Rodea the Sky Soldier.
Rodea the Sky Soldier, it's
Day one and day first print.
It's complicated. So this game was developed by Sonic Team, I want to say. That or it was just Yuji Naka.
I think it was just Yuji Naka by himself. Whatever.
And the game was originally designed for the Wii. And the game languished in development hell for years. And it was supposed to come out in like 2010-ish for the Wii and didn't. So in 2014, the game ended up coming out on Wii U with an enhanced port. And there was a very, very special bonus if you got the first print, which was?
You got the Wii version.
So
the original Wii version, which is way much better than the Wii U version. That's
the fun part. The Wii version's the definitive version. It's far better than the Wii U version.
Yeah, because you have to like upgrade. Like the Wii version, you have everything. The Wii U version, you gotta upgrade to get those things you want. However, I do like just using a controller by itself, and the Wii one, you gotta just use that motion power, man.
But I think the thing that will sell this as an expensive title, not just because it's only the first print that comes with the good version, but also that it has a really unique story. Can either of you think of any other time this exact thing has happened?
I'm not going to say anything about the story. People might not want to get spoiled.
No, not the story. I meant, the story of it coming out and including the Wii version.
Oh, why didn't you say so?
I can't think of any other time that's ever happened.
Well, technically, Isn't that the last Wii game then?
Probably.
Aha.
Maybe. I don't know. Are they still doing Wii games? Yes, they are. Yes,
Yeah.
they are. Because like Just Dance 2017 came out.
Oh, never mind. So Just Dance 2017 is the last Wii game as of now.
But if it's anything like the PS2, it'll have games coming out for the next couple of years.
Probably. It's just a bunch of third-party crap.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you guys think of that Wii U list?
Sounds about right.
Do you own any of those titles?
Yeah.
You own Rivera. I know that.
I don't have any Wii U games.
Well, maybe you should get on the trend now. Do I own any of those? Not yet, I don't think.
See, maybe you should get on the trend.
I have a pretty decent Wii U collection right now, probably like 20 games. I know that doesn't sound like much, but come on, it's the Wii U.
You know how many games I have? 5.
Exactly.
Physical games. 5
See?
physical games.
Jacob wins. Another one, just as a bonus honorable mention, Pokken Tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, if you get the first print run, there's a lot of first print stuff on the Wii U, just kind of how it worked, which came with a card, which was an amiibo card that allowed you to play as Shadow Mewtwo, which is just an OP version of Mewtwo that looks cool. But yeah, that's the Wii U. Woohoo!
One just man, Super Mario Maker limited edition. Oh wait, it got overflown and printed.
There is no limited edition. That's the normal one, man.
Oh, it is.
Yes. So I guess there's also the 3DS.
Don't look at me. I didn't make a list. Here we go. Here's my list. I honestly think, I always say this, LBX is going to be a great game that's going to get up there in the prices. But, it's probably never going to happen.
You can hope, though, can't you?
I can, yeah. However, Cave Story 3D, on the other hand, pretty sure me and Jacob have agreed. What do you think, Jason?
Cave Story will get up there.
It has to be the original one, with the original box and cartridge. I only have a loose cartridge because that's the only way you can get one of these fancy copies.
Here's how you know if you have money, okay? You have a copy of Cave Story in its nice normal 3DS case, and you have the holographic slip cover that goes over that case. Some games do that, right? The slip cover alone bumps the price of the game up by like $30. Yeah. The cartridge only, it's still like $25, $30.
Yep.
Yeah. And to this day, it's never been ported to anything. Granted, it's just a port with 3D graphics, but that's a unique selling point, and we've never seen that version on anything else.
That is true. The other versions of Cave Story is either the original freeware game you can just get from the fan website, or the Cave Story on the Wii when it came out for the WiiWare, which is download only, or Cave Story Plus you can get on PC and then soon on Nintendo Switch on this upcoming summer.
Oh, look at you selling out for Cave Story.
Sorry, it's one of the best platformers I played.
All right, so what's the next title?
I was just saying, I think it should be noted that almost all of the Fire Emblem series,
Yep.
even the ones unreleased, will eventually get there.
It blew my mind that Awakening's already getting expensive.
Well, even Shadow Dragon, which a lot of people consider to be one of the worst, is getting up there.
And that's not even getting started on the limited edition versions.
Right.
Oh no.
Fire Emblem Fates.
Oh yeah, Fates is
Oh.
the Fates Special Edition is about $230 right now and only due to climb.
Yes. I don't see that going down in price ever. It's going to keep climbing until it just peaks, and it's going to stay at whatever that total is forever.
Especially the Japanese version. If you get the foreign version, it's going to hold its value a lot higher. It's
crazy. And it's a good series, and it's only getting better and better as a series.
And when the limited editions come out, most of them aren't overly expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I think the new one for Echoes is only like $50 or $60.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't announced one for Warriors yet.
Well, we shall wait for that.
Yeah, yet.
All right, what's next?
Here's a game that... Oh, any anime game on the 3DS, like Conception 2,
Anything
Mirror-
that also happens to be on the Vita.
and Vita, yeah, double release. the one series that Darian likes,
The one that we agreed we will not name just to annoy him.
yeah, that one series. I don't know.
One series, I can't think of what makes him like it.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What was it? Any collector's editions on 3DS? Like, there's one that I'm thinking of, and I can't. It's a tip of my tongue, and I can't think about it. Can you help me out?
No.
No.
Usually
Okay.
like those people coming to work.
Yeah.
Well, give me a story, character name, something.
Give me something. I already forgot, but it was a very interesting.
It wasn't important,
game.
but again,
It-
make me a smart one.
Yeah.
So I actually have one to add to the list, and this quite possibly, how like almost every system has that one really obscure title that you've never heard of while it existed, that you didn't ever knew existed for good reason.
Is it Project X Zone? That's the one I was gonna say right now.
Infinite space.
No, you thought of it. Okay.
Oh, Project Cross Zone. Is it X or Cross?
Cross.
Whatever. Yeah, go ahead.
There is a title on the 3DS that you can only buy in one location.
Oh no.
Okay. And it happens to be in Paris, France. It also happens to be the only game on the entire system that is region free. Do you know what it is?
Is it that museum game?
Yes. It's a special walkthrough 3D museum tour of the Louvre. Guaranteed one of the rarest games on the system. Buy it right now if you can. I don't even know if you can find a copy online. I've never looked. But I just know that's going to be expensive.
Won't you just sell that? Don't they just sell that at the museum?
Yes,
then?
in the gift shop. Yeah,
In the gift shop.
in the gift shop.
That was download also.
I think it is downloadable now. But still, that physical version, bro.
Those. Oh, you can get this game, but you gotta. Yeah, the game is expensive itself because you gotta fly to France, go into the Louvre. That's probably also expensive.
Ignore the Mona Lisa and all the other fine art and just walk over to the gift shop, buy a 3DS game, and leave.
Yeah, and
they're
then
still selling it.
and then just fly back home. Unless you already live at France, then just drive home.
All right. So, anything else?
Yeah, if you can get a hold of it, it's only $20 right now.
Really?
If you're able to order from them.
Wow.
Look at that.
Look at that. Bye. So I do have one more thing to comment on. I just left this unless you had a like you were gonna say something. What are you gonna say?
Oh, I just say Nintendo Switch games like Lego City Undercover Limited Edition.
Only available at Toys R Us in the United States.
Yeah, man. Because you can get a Lego thing, which is it's the same price as a regular version. It's just a cardboard box. It has a game and the Lego thing in
In
it.
fact, Christian, if people are really curious about this and say, I've never heard of this, I wish there was a video online that would show me what it was.
Oh no! You just made me want to. Oh.
Come on.
Well, Darian did an unboxing of it, and I'll just put a link in the description below. And it will be there for you to see for your enjoyment.
All right. Thank you, Christian.
All of our stuff is for their enjoyment. You sound so sad about it.
Because I had to add a description to this thing. Makes my job harder.
So one thing I actually think might get up there, and it all depends on what happens in the market after the system dies. How good aftermarket accessories become.
Steel Diver on 3DS.
Oh. Vita memory cards.
Oh, geez. Those things are expensive already.
So there's two things, okay? It all depends on one thing. If it becomes relatively easy to buy a micro USB, a micro SD card to memory stick, whatever, Vita memory card converter, like what happened to the PSP, then the price isn't going to be that expensive at all. But if that doesn't happen, and it hasn't really happened, I hear there was some device that came out from a Chinese company, but it wasn't very reliable. If that doesn't realistically happen, good luck getting Vita memory cards. They're already crazy expensive and no one buys them. Wait till when they're out of print.
I thought it was.
I think the 64 gig is like 100 or 50 something.
See, that's the problem with
I think they're down to
proprietary
120.
stuff. Like, why don't you just make it?
It's Sony. Proprietary is their favorite word.
Yeah. Well, they could at least pump more out. But the Vita, they don't want to support it anymore.
No, they don't.
But come on, people still want more memory. I have 2 8 gigs.
I have a 16 and 8 and another 16, I think.
One of those 8 gigs has 2 of that series that Darian very likes. It fills up 2 of those games fills up the whole thing.
Yep.
It ticks me off.
All right. So, do you guys have anything else you'd like to share?
Nope.
Share this video.
Oh, okay.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, share this video. Let your friends know that there's this lovely guide of all the games they should be buying right now.
Yep.
Right, meow.
You guys should also definitely let us know what we're missing, because I'm sure we're missing tons of stuff. The more the community communicates about these things, the more, all gamers get to be happy about these kinds of things. So let us know in the comments below what games we've missed on our list, and I don't know, maybe we'll do an update. What do
Maybe
you guys think?
down the road.
Yeah. So, and also, obviously, don't forget to subscribe if you've never done that before. We welcome all people.
Oh, hey, I just remembered. Any physical version of an indie game that is limited print, like Shovel Knight and Rocket League,
I have Shovel Knight on the Wii U.
which you can barely find now. Just saying. Well, at least here where we live.
All right.
Just throwing that out there.
Just. I think that's everything. So goodbye.
See you guys later.
Wait. Nope.
Wait,
Nope. We can't. I forgot something.
You forgot something?
Before we say goodbye and really awkwardly stop ourselves.
You still can't name it.
Oh.
Please check out our shop.
There you go.
Yeah. www.gamingbuzz.com/shop. Yo, help us buy more video games by buying some sick Gaming Buzz merchandise. And you can do so at our website, www.gamingbuzz.com/shop. Right, Jason?
Right.
Is your favorite website www.gamingbuzz.com/shop?
Yep.
Christian, is your favorite website www.com/shop?
That's censored, boys. You don't know that word we just said.
Well, with that, we're going to say goodbye.
That we're not live.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye.
Did you like that? Of course you did. You can get more at GamingBuzz.com. Let us know what else you want by connecting with us on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube.